Hello and welcome everybody back to the channel. It is the most earth-breaking, ground-shaking, but never media show money-taking. The man, the myth, the legend, the most electrifying villain in all of YouTube entertainment today. And today I am here to talk to you guys about the Predator Killer of Killers. So I'm going to be playing some of the clips in the background. This is non-spoiler, like a minute thing just running as I'm talking. Predator Killer of Killers is the new animated Hulu project. Their first one being Prey, which was just one of my favorites. I really did enjoy Prey and what they did with that. And so let me just, get to talking about this and all of the different things involved with this project. So the Predator Killer of Killers is the story about these three different characters, and it is from the director of Prey, Dan Trachtenberg, and it's three separate storylines that chronicle three different journeys where the Predator historically has appeared. You have Japan, the Viking time, as you can see, World War II, and how each of these stories intersect. So I'm going to just give you guys my basic non-spoiler thoughts. This isn't going to be a really big, long one because, quite honestly, this isn't one of those things where it's like there's a great amount of things to talk about really without spoilers. The real big thing here is that this is a super slick looking production and animation. I think that what this does is it does a lot of things that you can't do in live action, stuff that would cost too much money. And so this is an anthology series that ties in the movies. There's a couple of Easter eggs, some spoiler or some not spoilers, but some things for fans of the IP, and it really has this great kind of quality to it where you you can get this big scope and this kind of sense of where things are going, where things are heading. So with my positives, I thoroughly enjoyed the art style and the animation. Now, if you're not into like the Into the Spider Verse, that kind of art, uh, or stuff like this kind of bugs you, you won't be into this. But I thought the stories were good. There's gonna be some people who are gonna say there's fantastical stuff here. It's a fucking Predator movie. There were people who bitched about Prey. I loved Amber Thunderfoot or whatever the fuck her name is. I thought she did great in Prey. Prey, after years of having shitty Predator movies, was one of the best ones that I had seen for that year. And I think it's kind of crazy that people have been asking for good movies, and it's a shame with, fortunately, with female leads, they've done so much to destroy movies that we can get like a Ripley or something like that, where you can have character development, and people are just tired of those kinds of movies. I'll be doing a review on Ballerina, but all in all, the positives was this was awesome. The animation style, I'm a big animation fan. It was just fucking awesome. The fight scenes were so well choreographed. As you can see, the gore is just like wow, it's like watching a movie. People get their heads cut off. There's tons of blood and violence and gore. But more importantly, the ties into the movie and what this could mean for the franchise was good. And Dan Trachtenberg is a good story maker. Now, for me, the last one you're seeing, the World War II, was the weakest one, and that's probably the one that brings it down for me. I just didn't buy the believability of certain scenes in that particular story. Not saying that it was a bad story. The dogfight was awesome, but the resolution of the story really kind of brought it down for me. So that was my one negative. But on the whole, I did like the other stories quite a bit. People might have a problem with the Viking story. There is one unbelievable moment But I'm new and non-spoiler, so I won't say what that is. But there is one unbelievable moment with the Viking lady. I believe her name is Isa. Uh, uh, what was her name? Ursa. Yeah, there's an unbelievable moment at the end. You'll know when you see it. But other than that, this was a solid movie for an animation. This was pretty solid. And I think it brings it back to the days of like Arnold Schwarzenegger and the being in the woods. You got people being hunted down, and this really shows the power of the predator. This, like, dude, the predator kills so many people until you get to the fight with the person who is the chosen person to beat them. So, all in all, I really enjoyed this. I think it's good. I'm going to give this show or this anthology movie a solid 8 out of 10. And that's my feelings. Like, I was at an 8 for this because the animation is great. The stories really hit, and it, to me, only had one lacking story. You can watch this on Hulu, either through Disney or the Hulu subscription. And I think it's worth it. I think you guys should watch it. Check it out. The more people who support these kinds of projects, I think we'll get good media. We'll get good actual storytelling that really hones in the skills of these directors and allows us to get more creative and kind of bring more into the mythos of the Predator. But anyways, in the comments below, let me know, did you like Predator, the killer of killers? What is your thoughts on it? And what do you think of Prey? I'm really interested because I know Prey has been a hit or miss for people. Did you guys like Prey? I personally thought Prey was a really good movie. I know it had a huge divide. Some people who like it really like it. I suggest watching the Comanche version. That was super fucking great. But in the comments below, let me know. Did you like Prey? Do you think the Predator of Predators would be something or the Killer of Killers, the Predator movie, it would be something you'd be interested in? I honestly think if you liked Prey, definitely watch this. There's a stinger at the end of this that you need to see. That may be the key to where they're going to go with the franchise in the future. But anyways, thank you everybody for watching. And as always, remember, there is only one rule here in the Phantom Zone when you're being hunted. Remember, don't let them see your body heat.